Hello friends, in this video we will learn about the role of invigilators, evaluators and coordinators with latest changes and FAQs. Now we will discuss on the latest changes the CBSE has brought on 27th November. And this is all about, it is very important questions which are asked frequently to CBSE. So based on the queries received from schools, the following questions are answered. Please note carefully. This is very important for all the evaluators, invigilators, and coordinators to know before going for their duties, before performing their duties. The first thing is how many OMRs are re-evaluated by the coordinators. Yes, 20% of the total OMR are to be rechecked by the coordinators. Yes, 20% of the total number of OMRs need to be rechecked, not all the OMRs. Note down 20% of the total OMRs. Whether coordinator has to sign on all OMRs or only which have been re-evaluated by him or her. Yes, signatures are done to coordinator has to sign only those OMRs which have been re-evaluated by him or her. Yes, 20% of the OMRs will be rechecked by the coordinators and only those OMR sheets the coordinator will sign on. It is mandatory to have coordinators from the center school, or coordinators could be from schools whose students are appearing in board exams, which from the center schools. Yes, coordinators can be from the schools or outsiders. The school can decide, the center school can decide to maintain the fairness of evaluation. Yes, how many OMRs are to be evaluated by evaluators? Yes, it depends on the subject. If many students are writing a subject, it can be based on the chart which is given here. Here they have mentioned about the number of OMRs offered by less students, the less number of students who are writing, this is for them, and the number of OMRs in subjects offered by large students, more number, when the more numbers are a number of students are writing the exam, then it will be for each 20 student, one evaluator will be taken. Can center superintendent appoint more than the suggested number of evaluators for completing evaluation work timely? Yes, center superintendent can appoint more evaluators than suggested by the CBSE board to make the work easier and faster. It is purely depends on center superintendent. Then can PTI, physical education teachers or art teachers, dance teacher, music teacher, etc. can be engaged in evaluation? Yes, physical education teachers, dance teachers, art and music teachers and other teachers can be engaged in evaluation. Yes, can class 12 teachers be engaged for evaluation of class 10 and vice versa? Yes, class 12 teachers can be engaged in evaluation work. Can assistant superintendent be engaged in evaluation? Yes, assistant superintendent can also be engaged in evaluation. The next question is it mandatory to have evaluators from center school, or evaluators could be from the schools whose students are appearing in board examination from the center school? Yes, these are the new instructions. Note down, these are the new instructions that are given from CBSE board, which has to be brought into change immediately. It has to be brought into immediate effect. So note down, this is very important. Center school should have evaluators from all schools. If the schools, whoever students are appearing for examination from center school, including their own school for evaluation of OMRs, they have to take evaluators from all the schools. During evaluation, OMR should be interchanged between. If many schools are writing exam in a center school, then evaluators from schools OMRs will be interchanged between the different schools, whoever is writing the exam there. In that way, they can do it. In case school is purely a self-centered, then center superintendent should invite few evaluators from neighboring schools. Yes, it is center superintendent's duty to invite evaluators from neighboring schools to maintain the fairness in evaluation. This has to be brought in immediate effect. So which color ink pen? This is also very, very important, and this is included in the latest changes. Which color ink pen should be used by the different functionaries? Based on suggestion received by the CBSE, it has been decided that the pen and color used in term 1 will be as follows. Earlier, they had intimated the students to use only blue ballpoint pen, but now they can use, students can use black and blue pen as well. Whereas invigilators, evaluators, and coordinators, observers, and all other officials, everybody should use only red pen. Note down, nobody is using black and blue. And as earlier they had told, but everybody is going to, everyone have to use red pen, red ball pen. So use of and position of black or blue pen other than students is not allowed at all in examination centers. Sorry. Whether observers have to sign on all OMRs or on few OMRs. Here, observers has to sign on all OMRs as proof for complying instructions issued by the CBSE that all boxes on OMR have to be filled by the candidates, and if not, the circles next to the box has to be darkened by the candidates. This the observer will check before signing in there. Can evaluators count total correct answers while doing evaluations and upload this number on link? Yes, evaluation will be done as per the instruction provided in the question paper. Evaluators have to count the total number of correct answers. This is how the instruction is given earlier. Should question paper be provided to evaluators and coordinators for evaluation and re-evaluation respectively? Yes, a question paper, without question paper, evaluator cannot decide how evaluation should be done. Without knowing reading the instructions given in the question paper, evaluators cannot understand how they have to do the evaluation work. So giving a question paper, providing the question paper for evaluators is must. Now the next question is, there are 60 questions in question paper from question number 1 to question number 60. Out of 60 questions, only 50 are to be attempted by the candidates. How evaluation should be done by the evaluators and how correct number of questions will be determined. In this case, evaluator has to count the correct number of response from question number 1 to question number 50. The same number will be uploaded on the link provided. Then, the response is given from question number 51 to question number 60 will not be considered for evaluation. Note these things, from question number 51 to question number 60, if they have attempted, that answers will not be considered for evaluation. There are two sections in question paper, that is in section A and section B. Then in both sections, they have 30 questions, each from each section, 20 questions are to be attempted. In section A, one student has attempted only 20 questions, and in section B, student has attempted 24 questions. What is the correct method of evaluation? In such a case, say for example, the student has attempted, in section A, the student has responded 18 correct answers and 2 wrong answers. Out of 20, 2 wrong answers. That time he has scored here 18 marks, 18 correct marks. And in section B, as 24 questions have been responded by the student, following is the correct method. here the last, as earlier they mentioned, the last 4 questions will not be, we should not check that. And if 20 responses counts correct, that is 20 responses are correct, and out of it 15 are only correct, then the response 18 plus 15 will be 33. This way it will be done. The last 4 answers will not be checked. In the next question, is teacher of parent school need to be involved in invigilation and evaluation? Yes, at least one teacher of all school whose center has been fixed in the center school are required to present for evaluation. This is done to maintain the fairness in evaluation. The next question here is, will there any instruction be given on answer key about number of questions are to be responded by students? Yes, all instructions are given only in question paper. In answer key, no special instructions will be given. So before going for evaluation, before starting the evaluators have to discuss and read the question paper, instructions of the question papers which is provided thoroughly. Only then they'll be able to do their evaluation effectively. Then the last question here is, does it need to call the subject teacher to interpret the paper and clearly work out the internal choice for evaluators before evaluation could begin? No, at any case, subject teachers will not be called to give the instructions or to interpret the paper. No, with the help of the instructions given in the question paper, evaluators will discuss. There'll be different evaluators. They will sit and discuss before they could start the evaluation. That's why the question paper should be provided for them before the evaluation, so that they will understand the headings and how the question is asked. In that way, they will know how the instructions, understand the instructions, and they'll be able to do their evaluation effectively. I hope that you have all understood your role of as an evaluator, coordinator, and invigilator effectively. Anyway, tomorrow you're going to perform your duties. All the very best for your work. Thank you.